So last time I found out that the cat just kind of came home by on its own, and it's already one side quest missed, and I'm kind of sad about it. Like, I think that went by a lot faster than I thought it was going to, so I guess I need to take a little bit more care to do all those little board requests more often. But we'll see how that goes, because I feel bombarded with them already. So right now we have already done the last bracer job that we were working on for Cassius. So I think before I move on and get that finished off completely with Aina, I'm gonna walk around and talk to everyone, see what's going on around town, and if there's anything more hinting at what's gonna come. And maybe we'll be able to just come across some of the other stuff that I'm working on, like the mushroom, and I think there's something else that is escaping me right now. Some news reporters came to do a story on your dad. My dad's a soldier in the Royal Army, but he's pretty plain and boring compared to bracers. Little news, huh? That's the magazine my dad always reads. The cover always has somebody really famous or popular. Well, so it's like a really big deal that the reporters are here. I guess it's like a small countryside town, so it's a big buzz around town. I'm sorry, ma'am, I never talk to you. Recently, some of the children have come to see me on Sunday school days. I'm glad I became a sister. Oh, she's the Sunday school teacher, not the random lady that is not in a church. Well, there, it appears to be that your faces seem a bit older and wiser. I'm glad that you have matured in body and mind. Well, thank you. I mean, you had nothing to do with it, but thank you. Like, is Bracer just one of those jobs? Oh, the front door is locked. Now, what is that about? Where's my Klaus? Bring me my Klaus. Slam fist on table. Klaus. What's going on? Oop, I don't need to rest. Still, Joshua, I heard about your admirable performance at the farm and the mine. A number of guests have been asking about you as well. Keep up the good work. And the reporter. Don't forget about that. Oh, she's gone. We'll see her soon, I'm guessing. I'm excited to go over to that school. I imagine it's going to be a lot of people around Estelle and Joshua's age that will probably be very important down the line. So I will be looking very closely at everyone we talk to over there. That'll be fun. Let's go into the clock tower, because sometimes some lady's in it. / I'm still looking for the mayor. He could have been in here. Gazing out from the top of here every day is quite enjoyable. Changing seasons, the lives of those people living here in town. Though they're all minor, I can see these changes with my own eyes. Recently I've seen Mrs. Bloom out and about quite a bit. I wonder what she's up to. Mrs. Bloom. Which one is that? She has to be one of the older ladies, I'm assuming. Mushroom guy's gone. Oh, did that close off too? Oh, I thought that was like gonna be gone. So my theory will be that if it's short, I have to do it within 1 story quest. If it's medium, maybe 2 story quests, and then long will be 3 story quests. And I'm really only thinking that because I'll have to look at the board again, but the long one started in the first mission. And so if the mushroom guy is gone now, I think it may be over. After the airliners were developed, a lot of people started coming to visit Roland. Before that, it was mostly merchants who came by to buy septium, lumber, and vegetables. I even hear that the number of people traveling the roads on foot has decreased. You don't get tired riding on an airliner. The reason being, they're fast. See, Fabri is one of those people where, like I said, every time I talk to these people, accents changed. They are not the same person I talked to, like, 2 hours ago. You'll never know what you're gonna get when I talk to them. Like, Skip? Have you heard the high-speed cruiser Arzel is used by the Foro family? With a hull covered in elegant
lines and painted in pure white, certainly fitting to those of royalty. In addition, it boasts the best engine that Orbital technology can offer, and is said to have the highest performance output in the world.
Like, y'all remember him sounding like that? Because I certainly don't. Recently, it seems that there are some sky bandits using an airship to pull off robberies in the Bose region. I'm gonna have to be more strict with passenger checks. If a criminal managed to get on board, who knows what might happen. Well, I'll be Alan. You actually sounded responsible for a second. Well, that's because I'd never forgive myself if I allowed some hotties to get in harm's way. Not to mention, it gives me a reason to check out the chicks more closely, too. That's 2 birds with 1 stone, baby. I was feeling a fool for admiring you. They also gave, like, the sleaziest little ticket boy just the most basic name, Alan. Alan, your local neighborhood sleazeball. Like, why is that? Also, I'm pretty sure Niall and Dorothy are still supposed to be here. Level news? Oh. Pat, what are you doing all the way over here? Are you playing with Claire?
Still, Joshua, I heard that you had your fair share of accomplishment lately. Let's see, you drove the fiends from away from Perzel Farm, you rescued the miners at the Amalgam Mine, and the last time you escorted some reporters, right? Well, wow, you certainly know a lot for your age. Yep, I sure do. I wish those reporters would hire me. I think I'm perfect for the job of a reporter. That's probably true.
Oh, ooh, the merchants are gone too. Things are changing. Things are changing in Roland. Trent is snacking in Roland. The whole monster scare has finally settled down at the mine. Now I can finally eat a relaxing meal. Oh, Trent is the one that keeps running away. Didn't his name say Miner Trent in the mines, though? It's like, as soon as he's here, he's no longer Miner.
Oh, hey there, Estelle, Joshua. I saw some crazy quick monsters on the Milch Main Road the other day. Just when I thought they were charging me, they took off running.
Seriously, what were those things? All the members of the Bracer Guild can hold their liquor. Sherazard is like a booze sponge, but even Cassius can down more than a few rounds. But Aina is the most surprising of them all. I heard all the same thing from Shara. Aina's supposed to be pretty amazing in the liquor department. That's right, she can drink at the same pace as Sherazard. On top of that, her face never gets red, and she acts totally normal.
I think that's much better than having your ear talked off by Shara.
In any case, the Bracer Guild is one to be reckoned at that bar. Oh, except for that Ridge fellow. One drink and he's a goner. Like, why does Ridge even exist? He seems to just not be taken seriously around here.
Estelle, listen to this. The other day, Mr. Ryan's mother dropped by and asked me out of the blue when I wanted to marry your son. I haven't felt so surprised since Sherazard fell off the table when she was dancing. But I had to turn her down. When I'm ready, I want to be able to choose my own partner.
That's the one at the general store, I think. It's time I started thinking about the new menu. I'm going to have all the staff here to give me their ideas for a new menu. Maybe I should ask Alyssa what she thinks too. Man, like his accent, it goes in and out, you know. He was raised over in the motherland, but he's immigrated here for a while. Sometimes he just, you know, connects back with his roots.
We started this restaurant before my husband and I were married. And that's why we have such a special fondness for this place. Somehow I find myself deeply moved when I see our daughter Alyssa helping around here as well.
So crazy that the dad has an accent and the wife and kid don't, you know? No, I don't want this. We're not here to fight. We're just here to yap. God, I'm gonna be going to cities that will be like twice as big as this place. I'm scared. There's a notebook sitting on top of the desk. Read it. Oh, I'm a bracer. I live in a small rural town. Maintaining peace in the region is what my job is all about. Today I received some job requests from a few clients, so I set off to where duty called. My first job was to milk some cows on the farm nearby. The next was to help turn over some fields. Who was anyone kidding? That kind of job was a cinch when it came to my skill with a pitchfork. For my last job of the day, I was to babysit. At first I thought watching a bunch of kids would be easy, but it turned out that I was wrong. Dead wrong. To my dismay, there were 7 whiny kids in the house. Even professional like myself, 7 kids are a bit much. But I am a bracer, and I will do my duty. I got to work and cradled the ones who wouldn't stop crying, changed their messy diapers, broke up fights over toys, and even managed to do a ton of small jobs around my client's house, like washing the laundry, cleaning up, and taking their dog for a walk. Even when I got hungry, I felt like I had no more energy to go on, and I didn't forget my duty to report to the guild. If I gave up, what a loser I'd be in front of everyone. After going through all of this and arriving at the guild, the other bracers in the office stared at me in amazement. That's right, you guessed it. I'm famous for being a bracer in this town. Other bracers paying attention to me like this is what I have to deal with every day. They're probably all just jealous of my superior skills. Anyway, where are we? Oh, okay, I remember now. So I was on my way to report to the receptionist when suddenly somebody grabbed me by the collar from behind. Turning around, I realized that someone more scary than any monster alive. It was my dad. After thwacking me a good one on the head, he yelled so loud that everyone could hear. So you think you could just run off and play bracer every day without ever bothering to help your mother out around the house, huh? After that, my dad dragged me all the way home and then lectured me until who knows when. I didn't do anything wrong either. Seriously, what the heck? I'm a self-appointed bracer. Self-appointed bracer? Today, I'm off again to maintain peace in the region and solve whatever problems need to be solving at the request of my clients. Whose mother is this?
Though they're complete opposites, my grandson Luke appears to get along well with his neighbor Pat.
My grandson Luke, along with his neighbor Pat. So, is that from Aston then? But he's in the army.
I wish Luke would pick up a few good things from Pat.
You know, liberal news is selling like hotcakes lately. Up until just recently, it was a minor magazine circulated in and out of the royal city.
So, the bracers who helped Pat seem to be active recently. I heard they're a pair of young bracers, a boy and a girl.
The boy especially well spoken of by the wives circle as being quite the cutie. Joshua's a hunk to all those desperate housewives. That's actually what the show was about. The hit network television was all about Joshua. Oh my god, is this man still complaining? Wait, can I read this book up here? The young kids these days only tend to focus on profit as a way to gain acceptance from others. But back in my day, if we wanted to be accepted, we had to work hard. It's like my daughter says, we'll have to watch these kids with a careful eye. Okay. That's the first time he hasn't complained since I started talking to him. My father stopped complaining about the work my husband does. Whoa. Whoa, you don't know this? You don't know this. I know this, but I just said that. That's crazy.
But it does look like he's holding his tongue all the time. I'm sure he'd feel much better if he just said what he felt.
Oh, girl, he does. He certainly says what he feels. At least to me, he does.
I received word from my husband that today he'll be finishing up with his current job. I think I better cook something extra special. The longer we are apart, the deeper the bond grows between my husband and I.
Distance makes the heart grow fonder, you know?
I'm so excited. Listen. My daddy's coming home. I hope he'll be home soon. I want us to play together.
Your dad. I'm assuming, I don't think I've seen him. Probably. Like, something... What is this, y'all? It feels like I'm playing, like, Animal Crossing or something. Because these people literally just, like, living their lives. They're not repetitive when they're talking to me. And so, it feels like they're actually going through a day-to-day. And it's just so fascinating because of that.
My papa's been asking me to do some weird things, like who I'd choose, Luke or Pat.
Ryan's mother came here looking for a bride. My Uni's way too young for the likes of him, but I can't allow Uni's husband to be any less of a man than myself. It's odd to see Fade so heated up about something.
And it looks like the realization that he's the father of a young daughter is settling in.
You seem to be a good match for my daughter, Joshua, but I'm going to have to fail you. Huh? The reason being, you're too handsome. It's not that you've done anything wrong, but I could just see you having serious girl trouble someday.
Yeah, I can totally see that too. Joshua's completely out of touch with reality. He doesn't even notice that kind of stuff. And therein lies another problem. I think it's you who's out with touch with reality.
Like, the crazy thing is that he was like, you're too handsome for my daughter. How about he's a decade older than her? She's 2 in her minorhood. That's the actual problem. Anything I could just interact with around the world? I've heard that Orbmans were based on ancient tools. It's not the people today who are amazing, it's those people of old. Somehow it's a bit mortifying. The mayor came by to ask about the septium engraving a bit ago. Although the Ismalas hasn't arrived, I hear it's quite the magnificent crystal. I'm looking forward to seeing what it looks like. I wonder if Cassius is gonna come back soon. Like, I assumed that we were just gonna end up seeing him in a different city, but maybe he'll just end up coming back. If we've done 3 jobs, it's assumedly been a long time already.
Aren't you Cassius' daughter, Estelle, was it? Yeah. You look rather healthy and seem like a cheerful young girl at that.
So, how would you feel about becoming my son's new wife?
Excuse me? Me?
It seems like the young girls these days don't mind marrying older men, right?
Now hold on just a darn minute.
See, she's right for that. Because the young girls are dating the older guys because of the woman shortage, right? So the older guys just have to wait till the girls come of age.
Oh, so is that a no? Admittedly, my son isn't as handsome as your boyfriend over there with the black hair.
You boy, you make sure you make Estelle happy. Huh?
This nutjob lady is totally mistaken.
We probably best just play along before things get more complicated. So she's the one that's out more often because she's looking for a wife for Reinen. Recently, it seems like whenever I go out in the street, I get a lot of strange looks. It appears my mother started up the bride hunt again. When I first heard about what was going on, I thought I was going to die of sheer embarrassment. No matter how many times I tell her to knock it off, she just keeps doing it. What am I gonna do? You're gonna sell me some tear bomb. That's what you're gonna do. Do I really need this much? Yeah, why not? I need to eat that dish that I have in my pocket, and then I can cook it all the time, right? How do I see? I don't see what the recipe is now. So I won't be able to buy the ingredients for it, but I'm not gonna just eat it, right? Because no one is knocked out. But I need to do that ASAP, as soon as possible.
Hey there, been hearing great things about you kids. I hear that you've been knocking out jobs one after another. You made some successful strides from your part-time job working here for me.
Convert. Oh. I can't. Oh, this is literally what I was looking for earlier. Like if I convert this to... Wait. Are you... What the hell are you talking about? Why is this converting it to money? Why are you using... This is so stupid. Because you trade it. You trade it at the inn, or you trade it at the ornament factory, but you convert it here. But let me tell you, I'm selling it to you. It's like they're gatekeeping being a merchant. I can be a merchant too. It's supply and demand. Get out of here. Cassius, Charizard, now the 2 of you, roller bracers are the best, hands down. Ooh, I hope we go somewhere where the bracers are corrupt. I need that. I need that arc. Okay, and I did get these spikes, or I got some sort of boots. Knitted boots in the tower. But of all the things that I've done so far, I've only gotten 1 item from a chest, I think. And that kind of stresses me out. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and buy these. And if I get an item anytime soon, I'm going to run in traffic. Sorry, them's the shakes, kids. I don't know what these are doing. Oh, here you go. Prevents poison, blind, and sleep. And then spikes. These are better for Joshua. Oh, I have only 1,000 left. I am good. I'm so good. So let's give you this. Armor, knitted shoes, and yeah, I have no equipment right now. Okay, did we talk to everyone in town? It feels like it goes faster and faster now that I'm so familiar with everyone here. But now, I already know they're sending me somewhere else, and it's gonna take me forever to get associated with all those people. This game does need little character points on the map. That would be really helpful. Like if someone was in the back, I wouldn't know unless I walked my happy ass over there. Alright, I think... Yeah, let's just go ahead and see what goes on here. I see someone talking to Aina already. Maybe that's Klaus. Let's look at this first though. Oh, Scheherazade! Term failed! That's mean! Okay, so... This was a long one, and it was at the beginning. This was... I'm pretty sure this was a medium one. And it started at the second quest. And medical necessities. Bear claw and savory pinion. Pinion. A bear claw? I haven't fought any bears. Let me think about this. Something big and fuzzy, maybe? I'm just gonna go off the path a little bit. Maybe that'll help. Actually, I'm gonna go down. I think that might help. Because there were a little bit different enemies when I went that way. Also, the hope a little bit is that I die. Is that I die so I can eat that food. And I'll know what ingredients I could get before I go on somewhere too crazy. Wait, what's over here? So that's the way to the house. Okay, so it's only this way. Oop. There's the bug. Do we see anything different? Not really. I won't go too far. This is where we fought that rhino thing on the bridge, though. You're different. But you don't have a bear claw. You're very much a bird. Maybe it said bird claw, and I was just... I don't know why I'm assuming that I read it wrong. Bears could still exist.
All right, we're good to go.
Tender poultry? That sounds good. That sounds good to have handy. Okay. Let's do morale up boost. Oh, did it reach him? I think it did. Oh no, is it too far? It is! Oh no! I also didn't heal. Oh my god. I didn't get my EP up. So is the tower? I just assumed. Oh jeez. Well, we'll just attack this one. I'm sure it's fine. I'll go over like one more screen and then go back. If there's no bear claw here.
Piece of cake.
Yeah, it's kind of similar to the Sepith, right? The monsters are dropping certain items too. Uh-oh. Okay. That's okay. I'm scared because I don't have any EP on me right now, so I don't want to get too crazy with the battles, but I think we can go back. I can't imagine any enemies that I fought that may have a bear claw. Maybe something in the mines? But I don't think I avoided too much while I was down there. Bear claw, bear claw, bear claw. If I go home, I don't think there's any passages around there to leave. Okay, maybe this one won't go away, and then I'll just end up debunking the theory that it's the length of how long the quest is open is aligned with the number of quests I do. Oh, hello. Are you a bear? I mean, we could go find some of them sewer berries everyone's talking about these days. No. Literally, why would I sleep in a hotel if I can do this for free? Unless you have some sort of party banter that goes on during the slumber party hours. Wow, look at that stained glass. Is that the Adidas? Maybe? I gotta be real, it kind of looks more devilish. I'm scared of it. Alright, let's go talk to Shara then, since she's there. And be sad. Be sad at the state of the lack of my bear claw. Where the hell did the mayor go? Maybe he's already off delivering the gem? I didn't think he was gonna deliver it himself, but I don't know where else he would be. Hey!
Oh, Estelle and Joshua.
Shara? What are you doing here?
This is a rare occasion. You're usually out and about.
I just finished the jobs I took over for your father. And I was reporting to the guild.
So you finished your load too, huh?
Somehow or other, I guess. I heard from Aina that you guys aren't doing too bad yourselves. I guess everything I went through to train the two of you amounted to something.
We're grateful too. Well, I guess we'll report this in as well then.
Go ahead. Let's hear what you've got.
Reported about escorting the reporters. And my money is 2,000. Eighth
Good
class
work,
still.
you two. How about you, Sherazard? Don't you think they've done a fine job?
For a bunch of newbies, you did an average job. But you shouldn't be satisfied with that level of work. Especially you, Estelle. You're always the first to get on that high horse of yours.
I'm mad at her right now. Hello?
Okay, I get it already.
Great work, all of you.
Thank you, Aina. That's how that works. That's how positive reinforcement works.
I'm surprised that we were able to fill the work gap left by Cassius so quickly. I wonder if we'll be able to relax for a bit now.
I don't know. I can imagine the downtime might be a bit of a drag.
Well, that won't be a problem since there are plenty of other small jobs like patrolling the roads and exterminating monsters.
It's been a while since I've been able to take a break. All right, it's time for my reward. I'm going to drink until I can't drink anymore tonight. Estelle, Joshua, you two join me as well.
Yeah! Bring Aina! Bring Aina!
We have to watch you get plastered and make a fool of yourself?
Yeah, you get to. Not have to, you get to.
Oh, so what you're saying is that you're turning down my invitation?
Once again, Estelle does not speak for me. I don't know how many times I'm going to say that in this playthrough. I assume many.
You've got a lot of nerve to do something like that to your mentor.
What am I supposed to say? Your drinking habits are intolerable. You cause a ruckus, dance like a maniac, and you try to strip in public.
Agreed. It's pretty embarrassing.
Sherazard, just where do you think you're going to take these underage kids?
To drink. To drink, Aina.
Come on, the alcohol is what makes things entertaining. But if you're so against coming along with me, then I don't need you, Estelle.
Really?
Yup.
Really?
Instead, I'll just have Joshua make up for your absence.
Why me? Shara?
Oh my god, he's being harassed, he's being kidnapped. Joshua's just been through too much.
Now hold on a minute.
Joshua, you look like you'll make a fine companion. Whether we're talking booze or something else behind closed doors, I'll help break you in.
Jesus Christ, that line, I'll help break you in, is crazy.
Break me in?
That's... Joshua, get behind me.
All right, you big pervert. Joshua, why are you drooling like that?
It's not what you think!
We've got a major problem!
Oh no, well, is this the attack? Help!
Huh? Mayor Klaus?
Oh god, get him an inhaler.
So, Joshua, Scheherazade, am I glad to see you?
Saved by the bell. What's wrong, sir? And why are you in such a hurry?
This is terrible. My home, disaster. It's gone.
Oh no. Who could have taken? What if it's Josette?
What?
What if Josette stole the
All right,
stone?
calm down, Mayor Klaus.
Oh,
Take a
God.
deep breath and let it out.
Apparently, it seems as though my home was robbed while I was out.
What?
That's not being calm at all, Estelle.
I had something to speak with Father Divine about, so I was over at the chapel, and when I came home, it was rather odd for no one to greet me at the door. So I looked around, and the rooms were in a state of great disarray.
Wait, what about your wife and Lita?
Don't worry, they're both fine. I found them locked up in the attic room.
Oh,
That's a relief to
not
hear.
with the rats.
It's lucky that no harm came to anyone. It won't get us anywhere just sitting around here. So could you take us to the crime scene, Mayor Klaus?
Absolutely. I appreciate your cooperation.
Wait for me. I'm going too.
Good idea. We may be able to be of some help.
Well, if you insist. Ina, we'll be at the mayor's place investigating the incident. If you have anything come up, just toss it on Ridge's shoulders. I'm sure he's just relaxing at the bar anyway.
Yes, I'll do that. And everyone, be careful.
Wow.
Going right into
this
it.
place is an absolute mess.
The crooks really tore through here.
Look at the safe.
The septium which was supposed to be given to Her Majesty the Queen has been stolen.
I guess it also could have been the weird guy at the mines. It probably was him. Josette, I'm sorry for ever doubting you.
I'm really sorry, especially after having you go to all the trouble to bring it here.
It's not you who should be apologizing. It's the crooks who are in the wrong.
Ooh, this music is so mysterious.
By the way, how are the other rooms in the house?
The other rooms, for the most part, appear to have been left untouched. They're about as messy as the attic room in which my wife and Lita were locked up in.
Oh, well now I don't know, because they knew exactly where to go.
Estelle, Joshua, there's something I want you to do.
Which is?
I'll speak with the mayor about the incident. I want you two to check out the inside of the house.
You mean like an on-site investigation?
Ooh, this sounds fun.
Are you sure we're up to the task?
Since we're all here, splitting up would be the best way to cover the most ground, no?
All right. We'll see what we can do.
Proceed carefully and deliberately. All right, Mayor Klaus? How about we talk in the parlor?
Sure. Now, where to begin?
This is fun. Am I actually gonna go around looking for clues? I wonder if I'll actually go up to her and
On-site
like put a guess.
investigation, huh? I'm starting to get butterflies in my stomach.
How about we start from this room? And let's not forget to ask for witness statements from the other residents.
Woo! This is exciting.
Sounds like a plan.
How fun. Whoa. This is like March of the Sherlock Holmes. What is it? Ooh. This music is so good. Oh my god, this is fun. Alright. Alright. Pull out the magnifying glass. Look at the clues.
This place is all torn apart. Lita would probably faint if she saw this.
It looks like all the books on the shelf have been scattered about the room. It seems kind of senseless to have done all this.
Yeah, were they looking for more than just the jewel then? The septum?
The gift that we delivered to the mayor for the queen is... Those crooks are not gonna get away with this.
It doesn't look like they jimmied the door either. They must have decrypted the combination and opened it, or...
Could they have really cracked the combination?
Or they saw it.
It's not impossible, but I imagine it'd be difficult for anyone besides a skilled pro. My best guess is that they figured out the combination using a much simpler means.
What do you mean by simpler means?
Well, let's see. They could have, for example, dusted the buttons with a special powder. A powder like that would have absorptive properties, and due to its fineness, it would be invisible to the naked eye. However, if a blue light were placed over it, it would glow.
All right, and?
Now, let's imagine for a minute that the mayor entered the combination with the powder present. The powder on the buttons would stick to his fingers and come off. This would be one way to know which buttons were pressed.
Now, wait a minute. Wouldn't they still not know the order in which the buttons were pressed?
That's not exactly the case. As the powder collected on the fingers increased, the amount taken from the buttons would decrease. In other words, the crooks could press the buttons in order starting from the least luminescent.
Oh my god, when people ever do this in like movies or like something similar to this, I always just assumed it was because they lowered the numbers that would be available, and so you just increase your chances of being able to guess the combination. So you go from like hundreds and thousands of combinations to like maybe a few hundred or something like that. Something like that. This makes more sense though, because guessing a few hundred combinations is still a lot.
It might be a little more difficult if there were duplicate numbers, but the crook should be able to make a pretty good guess as to what they are.
That makes sense. Joshua, are you a genius or something?
That's just basic knowledge. Anyway, let's check out the buttons.
Is it going to be the same as the lamppost?
Just as I thought, powder was used.
Oh.
Now there's no doubt in my mind that this safe was opened using the same method I just explained.
It was so specific.
Oh, right.
It's too on the nose.
Now, the big question is, who dusted the buttons with that powder? We know it would have had to at least be someone who visited the residence.
Right. Now, figuring out who that is, that's going to be the tricky part.
Gonna go out here? Ooh. Yeah, clues.
Look, there's some marks on this railing.
You're right. And they're fresh, too. It looks like something metal dug into the wood.
Metal?
Something metal and strong enough to leave marks, huh?
This seems like something worth jotting down in our bracer notebooks. This seems...
I should look at the safe again.
We've already worked out how the crooks open the safe, so...
What is
This
that?
pot's been tipped over, but there's nothing inside.
It looks like it only tipped over after being hit by something with force.
Like a struggle? But why? If they could get into the safe easily with just the powder, literally why do they throw everything about like this?
This place is all torn apart. Lita would...
It looks like all the books on the shelf. It seems kind of senseless.
There are several documents inside the drawer. They don't appear to have been disturbed.
They seem to be documents regarding Roland City's government. The fact that these are as they are suggests there was no political aim involved.
There are several
They seem to be documents regarding the fact that these are as they are suggests...
It's just like the mayor to have a ton of difficult books like this.
It looks like he's got some valuable antique books here as well. The criminals either had no idea about the value of the books, or...
It's just like the mayor to...
It looks like the criminals either...
So they staged it to look like someone shuffled around and like the books. I was gonna say, is it the mayor? But there's these marks on the banister and the powder on the thing. Would he have just guessed that someone would try to figure out how they got in there? Oh wait, this chest was taken.
This is just a clutter box, right? It's empty as well.
The box lock looks like it was burned off. The criminals may have used an orbital gun.
This is just a clutter box, right? It's empty as well.
The box lock looks like it was burned off. The criminals may have used...
An orbital gum? Oh
This
no,
is
not
The
this.
box lock... The criminals...
I think I said gum. I meant gun?
It's just like the mayor to...
It looks like the criminals either...
It's the same thing. Okay. So use the gun to empty this. Scaled the wall with like a hook. Grappling hook situation. But then we're looking through something in the books. This is where they were held hostage.
Huh? What's this?
Oh, a little leaf. Survive?
Don't you think it's a bit strange for a leaf to be in a place like this? On top of that, it's not a type that grows around here.
You're sharp, Estelle. This is the place where the residents were locked up. It was probably dropped by one of the criminals as they were locking everybody up.
So it's a key piece of material evidence, right?
Okay, so not the mayor. Nothing else? What did the rats see? They're witnesses. Oh, ma'am, are you okay? Have you been traumatized? What's her name? Latia?
I
Latia?
had such a
Lita.
scare. I was cleaning up the attic when suddenly a bunch of masked men came barging in.
Masked men, huh? That means this wasn't a one-man job.
How many people were in the group?
I'd probably guess about 3 or 4. Oh, that reminds me. One of them was short. It might have even been a girl.
No. No, say it ain't so. What do you mean?
When I think about the fact that I'm going to have to clean up that study, my head starts to spin. When I get my hands on those criminals, I'm going to give them a beating like they'll never forget.
Tita Lita. But defend the honor of Mayor Klaus. Of the Klaus household.
Are you all right, ma'am?
Yes, I'm fine. The intruders weren't violent toward us.
Is there anything in particular you noticed about the intruders?
They were wearing masks, so I wouldn't be able to tell you about any specific features. That reminds me, I'm certain the front door was locked. I locked the door just to be safe since my husband had gone to the chapel and there were just the 2 of us here.
Okay, but what if I wanted to barge in?
I wonder how in the world
Did you
they
ever
got
consider
in.
that, Mylene? I probably could have protected you if I could just barge in to your house.
It looks like the intruders took off with a bunch of preserved food. I wonder if they were hungry.
Hungry? They were hungry, they had leaves on them. Cher's still down there. She said they took preserved food. There's nothing in the kitchen to investigate? Curious. Anything around here? I think we looked at everything else. Let's see how her investigation is going then. I feel like they're gonna question me about what I've seen.
Are you
What I've
really
heard.
done investigating? It seems a little too quick for me. How about looking around a little more carefully? I'm sure there's something you've missed.
Charizard, what do you mean?
This is what things
maybe this
looked
is him.
like when I came
Or maybe
home.
this is it.
I didn't get a glimpse of the criminals either. This is what things I didn't get a
No, don't think that's it, because that's pretty
Are
useless.
you really done How about look?
Okay, so she wants me to keep looking. She'll
They
tell me
said
when I'm
that
done.
the door was locked at the time of the burglary, right? It doesn't look like the lock's been broken either.
Which means they got in another way.
Yeah, they got in through the grappling hook. I feel like y'all are trying to lead me to that, but we know why, or how. Here.
This seems like something worth jotting down.
Do I need to go into the notebook? I think I have... What did I miss? Anything in here? Look at these books. Did I look at this book?
This place is Lita.
I
It
did.
looks like all. It seems kind of.
Many times. My other guess would be that I need to actually go into this bracer notebook. Well, what do you want from me? What should I do about it? This maybe? The theft. Culprit seems to have used a white powder. Suggests the culprit was a recent visitor. 3 or 4 culprits and 1 was short. Front door was locked, but let's confirm. Front door wasn't tampered with. They got in another way. Fresh markings on the balcony railing. Found a peculiar leaf in the attic, possibly a clue. Oh, so it sounds like that's actually going in order a little bit of what we saw. Oh, okay. Use a white powder. Was a recent visitor. That makes me feel like I need to figure out who the last visitors were. or something. Because it looks like it said, it changed the order of I saw the book. And then, or I saw the locked door and then I checked the thing on the roof.
This is just a clutter box.
The box the criminals.
Maybe I'll go back to the attic. Because we saw the leaf. Things are shuffled around here too. What am I missing? I really don't know. So I'm just gonna run against all these walls until something clicks.
When I think about the fact when I get
There's nothing in your room. Because they're only in here. They said preserved food. They potentially stole, yes?
It looks like the intruders. I wonder if they were. It looks like the I wonder.
Can I check the window or is it just this?
This pot's been tipped over.
It looks like it only tipped over after being hit.
But they didn't break in through the window. Like they used this door, yes? I feel like I want to look at what food they took. Maybe. Joshua, touch everything. Put your grubby little mitts on every wall, every corner.
I've had the mayor run me through all the details.
Oh, is it just because I looked at the railing?
How about you two? Did you find anything?
I think we found evidence.
All right, then let's check the details one by one and see what you've come up with. First off, what were the criminals after?
Something that could be sold. Food preserves.
How many of them were there?
3 or 4. There's a group of 2, a guy and a girl.
Where did they get into the house from?
Terrace on the 2nd floor.
Blank. What is the portrait of those thought to have committed the crime?
What is the portrait of those thought to have committed the crime? They're wearing masks, and one was potentially a girl. Oh, someone who works, a traveler who visited. There you go.
Wow, you did a good job investigating. It looks like we'll be able to specify who the criminals are with this information.
When she said profile, I thought she meant like, what do they look like? Like, I think I was thinking a portrait. Like, she wanted me to do a little caricature of some thieves coming into Klaus's house.
Mayor Klaus, over the past 2 or 3 days, have you had any new faces in your study?
When you put it that way, I guess there's been a number of people.
Why is she a thief?
That reporter from the magazine company was
More
one.
reporters.
Oh, so those 2 came to visit you too, huh?
But at the time of the crime, they were with us at the Esmelis Tower. I think we can cross them off the list of suspects.
I see. So, Mayor Klaus, were there any others?
Other than that, there was only Josette. But let's not kid ourselves here.
Because she's a
I think
girl.
it'd be a bit of a stretch for her to be our thief. After all, she's a student at the Royal Academy.
Is she?
Criminals aren't always dressed so they can be easily spotted. As for a school uniform, if someone put their mind to it, they could create a replica.
Oh, this is spicy.
But I'm telling you, she was a really nice girl. She was modest and courteous. Right, Joshua?
I'm sorry to say this, but I completely disagree.
Huh?
During that time, when the mayor put the septium into the safe, that girl's eyes lit up like a hunter's, eyeing her prey. Of course, since I had no conclusive evidence, I couldn't call her out on it. But, at least to me, she didn't look like any ordinary student.
You must be joking.
Unbelievable.
At any rate, it looks like we're going to have to ask this girl a few questions. You wouldn't happen to know where she is, would you?
If I remember right, she should be staying at the hotel.
I thought she was gone
But
already,
she
though.
said something about taking off from Roland sometime today.
Well, it looks like we're going to have to hurry then. Estelle, Joshua, let's try the hotel first.
Right!
Understood.
Oh my god, Shara, surely you can fight. Can I go fight an enemy?
I can't believe something like this happened while I was away. I have also personally asked that the guild conduct the investigation. I apologize for the short notice, but your assistance in this matter would be highly appreciated.
Highly appreciated. Go!
Hi, kids. Mayor Klaus came rushing by here in a hurry. Wonder what happened. What happened at Mayor Klaus's place?
Now why didn't Adidas protect him while he was over here? Well, there appears to be that your faces have been a bit older and wiser. Oh, he don't care. Okay, this place. I feel like we need to talk to him. He'll probably say where she went.
Estelle, Joshua, and even Scherzard. Is something the matter?
Do you remember a girl named Josette? She's a student from the Royal Academy who should be staying here.
Of course I remember her, but she checked out just a moment ago.
Shoot, we're a minute too late.
Let's hurry to the landing port. We might be able to catch her there.
She really didn't seem like a bad girl.
You know, it's crazy, Scherzard. If you just let me finish my investigation when I first came to you, this wouldn't have happened. I'm just saying. I'm not pointing any fingers, but I am pointing 2 pigtails right in your direction. Because we could have our culprit right now.
Go, 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 go. Where is she?
She gone. She's gone. Maybe we'll talk to Alan first. He'll know.
Please
He'll
excuse the delay.
He'll spot a little lady.
The airliner should be arriving any time now, so please be patient.
Yo, Alan, it's us.
Yo.
Oh, it's you guys. Ooh, and Scherzard too. Thank you, Aigis, for this feast of the eyes.
Adios, not Adidas. Not to be confused with Adidas.
So, what's up?
You didn't by any chance happen to see a girl in a school uniform around here, did you?
A girl in a school uniform? A school uniform from where?
From the Genis Royal Academy.
Oh, baby. Those uniforms are so hot.
You're literally a chimp. You're literally a chimp in his little round his little round cage at a zoo. What is wrong with you?
The contrast of those neatly pleated white skirts and navy blue socks.
Oh my god.
Oh yes, I can see them now. I totally forget what the boys' uniforms look like though.
This is one obsession I just don't get.
Thus defineth man's eternal struggle. Back on topic here. So you didn't see a girl in a Royal Academy uniform?
Nope, not this month. And believe me, I watch for those. I check all the passengers boarding and disembarking, so I can tell you at least that she hasn't come here.
Which means that she came to Roland along the roads without using an airliner. This complicates things.
Nuh-uh. You tell Austin you lock that bridge up right now.
Our search field suddenly got much bigger. Come to think of it, there must be others, so they've got to be hiding somewhere.
Wait, that reminds me.
What does, Estelle?
When's dinner? Let's pull up the leaf, but I do want to know when they get to eat.
I almost forgot that we found this. Could this be some sort of a clue?
Oh my god, is this how we end up traveling?
Right, we did find that. Shara, do you know of any places nearby where survey trees grow?
Survey trees, huh? I'm pretty certain they grow in Mistwald, south of Roland.
Mistwald. That's the forest in the opposite direction from home as Roland, right?
It seems like it's worth looking into. That settles it. Let's hit up the highway through Roland's South Gate.
You're really excited, aren't you? Well, whatever it is, good luck.
Monkey, go sit in your little cage. No one's talking to you.
Wait up! You're running like a crazed lunatic!
Who's this?
Who could just walk? At a time like this?
Oh my god, is this Niall and Dorothy? Look at his little suspenders.
Maybe I should think about cutting back on those blasted cigarettes.
What are the two of you up to?
You kids again, huh? Actually, we've got to get to Bo's ASAP.
But the airliner's not even here yet.
I know. That's why we're heading there on foot.
Huh?
It'll take some time, but it's not a distance that we can't cover by ourselves.
Well, don't wear yourselves out too badly. By the way, are you after a scoop or something?
Yeah, and the mother of all scoops, too. No time to talk. We gotta make it there today.
No, wait, what's happening in Bose? I want to know.
I wonder if Niall's going to be alright. See you later, Estelle, Joshua.
They really pulled the rug out from under me, huh?
Well, aren't they a lively pair? Friends of yours?
I was so certain we'd be going to Bose, and they were dangling it in front of my nose. And now they're like, no, you're actually gonna go south. You're gonna go south, leave Bose alone. And now they're gonna run off without me?
Those were the reporters from one of the jobs Dad asked us to take over. I wonder what's going on.
And if I follow them, then what? I don't like that it says failed. It makes me feel sad. I could still potentially get the necessities though. Wait, okay. Oh, she's here. She's actually gonna use magic. Oh my god, look at her portrait too. Her last name is Harvey. I'm just wondering, like, if she leaves my party anytime soon, can I steal these off of her? I'm just curious. Oh, that's so exciting. Okay, so we're gonna fight everything. Is the new hope and dream and goal. Well, enemies. I'm glad I took care of that rhino thing already, though. I imagine it would have respawned. I don't want to fight that one. I want to fight one of those little chicken tender things. Where is it? Not this thing. Boo! Tomato, tomato. Chicken tenders! There you are. Ooh, she's carrying like a whip. Yeah! Oh, it's so far. Okay, range.
Oh, are we done already?
Oh! Uh-oh. Oh, she's level 12? I shouldn't be level 12, right? God, I hope not. No, birdie, no. Okay, let's pick this one. Get in there, Joshua. I don't know what their ranges are, actually. Wait, you gotta kill this one so you can get more sympathy. Nice. Thanks, so she goes all the way over there and still attacks. Shara seems too cracked, right? That's not a pun on the fact that she's using a whip.
We're good to go.
Look at her. This is so exciting. You know what else would be exciting? A bear claw.
Yeah.
Looks like her range is like 3 or something. Chanting furiously.
All right, we're good to
Oh,
go.
they each got their little moment. That's cute. These things could have bear claws. They got paws. That's for sure. Respectfully, I would like Joshua to not be the fastest person I have. Nothing on him, for sure. Against him, for sure. I'm just saying. gonna reach that? I don't think so. I think you're just gonna end up moving first. I forgot how to tell. Nope, you're gonna tell from there. I think it would have had like a little X over it if she couldn't have hit him after the move. I should probably use some of her arts. I feel she doesn't need it. Joshua, what are you talking about? Couldn't just finish the job? Now you get whipped.
Oh, are we done already?
That's crazy. Ooh, hurricane. As her craft? Is that I don't think that. Not that you know what I think, because I haven't said anything yet. Are her crafts dependent on whatever the ornament's on? I don't think so. I was just wondering because she does have like airstrike on. Hurricane sounds like it's a little grass move. Oh wait, which way do I go? Mistwald, or I guess I go to the town. No, I should probably go through the trees, right? They had a leaf on them, so they're probably hiding in the woods. One would assume. Or am I going to Mistwald either way? Oh my god, new town!
So this is Mistwald, huh?
Can you tell us anything, Shara?
Someone came through here all right. From what I can see, a number of people passed through here not long ago. I'd wager Mira were on the right track.
How can you be so sure?
Because tracking fugitives is an essential skill for bracers. Anyway, let's check the woods. Be sure to keep your voices low.
Roger that!
Understood.
This is so spicy. My gosh. So if I look at a map, we're like almost on the edge of the Republic of Calvard. So I wonder if they... I mean, it's still a little bit of a distance. I don't know if there isn't much of a chance that they came up from over there. Like, what else would they be against a gift to the queen for, you know? Oh my god, this like little hour has been so fun. We did a little investigation, now we're on the chase for someone. This is exciting. I think we'll save it and see if this is going to be like, is this going to be a new town? Are there going to be a bunch of new NPCs that we're going to go visit and see? Oh my god, I want to go see right now.